Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chesterton's Jest, where we keep a critical eye on faith and culture, especially within the Catholic Church today. In an age where even church teachings seem to be shifting, we're here to explore and question the ideas and changes that challenge timeless truths. Through thought-provoking, often humorous perspectives, we aim to bring clarity to conversations others might avoid, holding fast to orthodoxy with the courage to question what feels off track. If you would like to join us as we dig deeper into the faith with reverence, wit, and a touch of Chestertonian insight, you can support this channel by gently pressing the like, share, and subscribe buttons in that order, and we thank you for your support. And now, without further ado, why the world needs distributism, now more than ever. Introduction: lofty ideals, human realities. Distributism, at first glance, can seem like a utopian fantasy. Its rhetoric about fairness and widespread ownership might remind one of socialism or even communism. To others, it evokes visions of heaven on earth, Nirvana, Shangri-La, Elysium, or some other perfect society dreamed up by idealists. These systems, however, fail because they rely on humanity achieving a level of moral perfection that, frankly, we just don't have. We here at Chesterton's Jest, in our humble effort to emulate a voice parallel to that of G.K. Chesterton, never in place of or on his behalf to be clear, would feel remiss if we didn't champion a cause so dear to his heart. Chesterton, along with Hilaire Belloc, passionately articulated the virtues of distributism, a philosophy that marries the practical with the poetic. As such, we feel compelled to explore, and possibly even promote, in the spirit of G.K. Chesterton, this timely and timeless topic through this YouTube video. But what sets distributism apart is its realism. It doesn't deny the flaws of human nature, but instead works to build a framework that channels our better instincts while tempering the worst. Unlike socialism, it doesn't demand centralized power. Unlike capitalism, it doesn't glorify greed or exploitative monopolies. And unlike utopias, it doesn't promise perfection. It simply offers a way to live justly and sanely in an imperfect world. In today's shifting political landscape, with figures like Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy challenging the status quo, there is a surprising opportunity to see elements of distributism come to life. Could the new administration, one that critiques corporate dominance while advocating for localism and decentralization, be the unlikely champions of distributist principles? It may sound far-fetched, but let's explore how this philosophy, rooted in Catholic social teaching, could influence policy and offer a practical roadmap for a more humane society. Chapter 1. What is distributism? History and core principles. Distributism emerged in the early 20th century as a Catholic response to the failings of both unbridled capitalism and Marxist socialism. It was heavily influenced by Pope Leo XIII's Rerum Novarum, 1891, which addressed the exploitation of workers under industrial capitalism and the overreach of state power under socialism. Two of its greatest proponents, G.K. Chesterton and Hilaire Belloc, envisioned a society where power and property were decentralized, families were economically self-sufficient, and communities flourished through mutual cooperation. The three core principles of distributism are: 1. Widespread ownership. The economy should be structured so that property is owned by as many people as possible. Workers should own their tools, farmers their land, and families their homes. 2. Subsidiarity. Decisions should be made at the smallest and most local level possible. Governments should only intervene when absolutely necessary, leaving room for individuals, families, and local communities to manage their own affairs. 3. Human dignity. Economic systems must serve people, not the other way around. Work should provide more than just a paycheck. it should be meaningful and allow individuals to thrive. While distributism holds up an inspiring vision, it also acknowledges the limits of human nature. Not everyone is equipped to be a farmer, craftsman, or small business owner. Failures will happen. But the strength of distributism lies in its balance. It seeks not utopia, but a just society where human dignity is preserved and power is held in check. Chapter 2. The problem with the status quo. The modern economy is dominated by two flawed systems: corporate capitalism and centralized socialism. Capitalism, for all its ability to generate wealth, tends to consolidate power in the hands of a few. Billion-dollar corporations shape policy, monopolize industries, and reduce individuals to either consumers or cogs in the machine. Meanwhile, socialism, despite its promises of equality, creates dependency on an overreaching state, stifling initiative and personal responsibility. Both systems deny the Catholic understanding of the human person as both fallen and redeemable. Capitalism glorifies greed, reducing individuals to mere consumers whose worth is measured by their purchasing power, while assuming that markets will somehow regulate morality. Socialism, on the other hand, distorts human nature by reducing individuals to mere cogs in a collective machine, dismissing personal freedom and moral responsibility. It naively assumes that centralized power can engineer virtue, ignoring the corruption and tyranny that inevitably follow when fallen men wield unchecked authority. Neither system is sustainable, as both fail to recognize the delicate balance of grace and free will at the heart of human dignity. Chapter 3. A new political opportunity for distributism. Enter Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, two men who, though they may not know it, are laying the groundwork for distributist principles in a modern context. Their initiatives, whether in technology, economics, or governance, align surprisingly well with the philosophy of distributism. First of all, there is Elon Musk and his brand of decentralization. Musk's innovations, from Starlink to Tesla's solar technology, empower individuals and communities to generate their own energy and access information, without reliance on monopolistic corporations or overreaching governments. Decentralization is at the heart of distributism, and Musk's work inadvertently brings it closer to reality. Then there is Vivek Ramaswamy and his stance against corporate power. Ramaswamy's sharp critique of woke capitalism and corporate overreach resonates with distributism's call to break up monopolies. His advocacy for reshoring manufacturing and empowering domestic industry mirrors the distributist emphasis on local economies and self-reliance. Between these two, there are several possibilities regarding policies they could establish. Land ownership, a federal push to make farmland more accessible to small, independent farmers rather than agribusiness giants, could be a cornerstone of a distributist-inspired policy. Small business incentives, tax breaks for local businesses and cooperatives could decentralize economic power. Technological decentralization. Policies promoting decentralized energy grids and internet access align with both Musk's innovations and distributist principles. By weaving these ideas into the national conversation, the new administration could offer a real alternative to the failures of socialism and capitalism, creating a system that serves the common good without falling into ideological extremes. Chapter 4. The Catholic Case for Distributism. At its heart, distributism is a moral framework, not just an economic theory. It is rooted in the Catholic understanding of human dignity, subsidiarity, and the common good, while socialism assumes that people will act selflessly under state control, and capitalism assumes that self-interest will naturally lead to justice, distributism recognizes the reality of sin. It doesn't rely on the perfectibility of man, but instead structures society to mitigate human flaws while encouraging virtue. As Chesterton famously quipped, the problem with capitalism is not too many capitalists, but too few. Distributism seeks to remedy this by spreading ownership widely, ensuring that families, not faceless corporations or bureaucracies, are the foundation of society. Chapter 5. Why now is the time for distributism? The modern world is at a crossroads. Wealth inequality, cultural fragmentation, and corporate overreach are driving people to seek alternatives. The new administration has a rare opportunity to capitalize on this moment by implementing policies that align with distributist principles, decentralization, localism, and the empowerment of families and communities. Critics will call distributism impractical, romantic, or naive. But the alternative is to continue down the path of concentrated power, whether in corporations or governments, that dehumanizes individuals and erodes the common good. Distributism does not promise paradise. It is not a utopia, nor does it pretend to be. What it offers is a way to live justly, sanely, and humanely in a world that desperately needs a return to balance. Now is the time to move from rhetoric to action, from abstract ideals to practical policies. The world doesn't need another failed ideology. It needs a vision rooted in reality and hope. Distributism, with its Catholic soul and common-sense practicality, may well be the answer we've been searching for. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed today's video and share our passion for defending the true faith with a touch of humor, be sure to head over to chestertonsjest.com and check out our collection of bold, pro-Catholic graphic tees designed to spark conversation and inspire conviction. Whether you're looking to wear your faith proudly or share a laugh, we've got something for everyone. Visit us today and join the movement, because in times like these, it's more important than ever to stand firm in our beliefs with style and wit. As Chesterton once said, a madman is not someone who has lost his reason. A madman is someone who has lost everything except his reason. So, let's keep our reason and our faith intact together. Thanks for listening. God bless you, and may the good Lord be praised.